change a leaky faucet shower head. It's been dripping like this for a long time. This is how much water I have caught since last night, which is a lot. Some things that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use some towels here to cover up the hole. Got my Tough Bill tool belt with the pouch. Got a lighting, flat screwdriver, Klein. Got a paint can opener. Little knife that's right here. Pliers. This I'm not going to use. Yeah, so that's just a couple of tools that I got I'm going to be using. Just doing some prep work. Took off the front plate to the control knob to get to this little nut that's in here. Took off the actual plate. It's American Standard. This is what it's looking like. I haven't turned off the water yet. Doing something, gotta let that finish. Then I'm gonna be taking this apart. This is the control valve, if I'm saying that correctly, that is in the front. And then you have a temperature valve that's in the bottom. I believe this American Standard, it has two pieces to it. Don't know if you can see it. There's like a metal washer that's right back here. So one part goes in the back, the other part goes in the front. So to get this first piece off, we're going to take off these 3 nuts right here. So this is our first piece. I just lost a nut. I hope it didn't go down the drain. I forgot to cover it up. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take off this second piece. This is the back of what the first piece looks like. So when you're lining them up, you got to make sure that the circle goes with the circle and these 2 oblongs go with the oblongs. So you'll get your 2 nuts for this on top and the 1 nut at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take those 2 nuts off. So actually, I'm sorry, it's 3 nuts that you would take off. Don't know if you can see them. 1 here, and there is another one down here. But while you're doing that, your nuts are not that long. So you want to hold your hand on that washer that separates the 2 pieces. So this is what the washer looks like. This is the back, this is the front. Kind of remember how you took it off, so you'll be able to line it back up once you put in a new piece. But this I'm going to clean up a little bit. So this is what our washer or ring looks like after I cleaned it up a little bit. Not using the sandpaper really aggressively, just rubbing over it and trying to get whatever the excess debris is off of it. Yeah, but that's what it looks like, much better. So this is the reason why I use the paint tool. There is a couple of notches going around I think this is the temperature valve, which is that second piece. So you just pull that in there and you take your time and you work the piece out. That's what I did over here. So this is the back of the temperature switch. In my case, I've seen some others, but in my case, we were able to get everything out. And right in here is what that should look like. No rubber or anything. So I'm going to see if I can actually clean this out a little bit before I put that back in. So this is the old temperature valve. And that might be the reason why the shower was leaking. This head is really loose in comparison to the new shower valve. I mean heat valve, temperature valve. It's not shaking at all. That's solid. So we're getting ready to put that back in. So let's see if we can remember the alignment was the big. So let's get ready to put that back in. Temperature valve first. Push that back. And that is, that is all the way in. Sorry about the... So now we're gonna get ready to put the separator or washer with these 3 nuts back on here. Okay, we got our washer back. Got our 3 nuts tightened onto that. So now we are going to put on the control valve. So this is our new front part of the valve stem. This is the back. So as you see, the circle is up top. I call them the 2 eyes. They are at the bottom. So you want to make sure you match those up and then go ahead and put your screws in. So that's what we're going to do next. So the new part for the valve stem in the front is on. Now there is something that I realize I might have done wrong, but it's not necessarily wrong. I brought 2 of these parts from Home Depot. No, I'm sorry, one from Lowe's, one from Home Depot. So the one from Lowe's is the proper one for the valve stem that I have in the front. As you can see right here, it's the same. The one I brought from Home Depot for the front is incorrect. You see how I got that hook to it. But what I ended up doing was the temperature valve that's in the back, that is from Home Depot. While the front is from Lowe's. But again, it is the same setup. This is the old one. So this is the part I'm talking about that I put in first. That was from Home Depot, but it's the same as this one. So I don't see there being a problem, but we'll see. We're gonna get ready to cut the water supply back on. While I got it open, just go ahead and check to see if there's any leakage. So just as a test run, when I was taking this apart, I put it in the open position to let all of the bleeding of the water come out, as well as doing it basically in all of my piping throughout my whole house. So this would be the control arm. So I'm just going to go ahead and try that and see how that moves. That was in the on position, and now it is in the off position. And basically, if you're looking at the plate, it is right on cue. So let's go ahead and turn the water back on, like I said, and let's see and just make sure that there is no leaking. Okay, so water's back on in the bathroom. A lot of sediment. Let's go over to the shower. And again, like I said, what I want to check for, this is not the proper lighting, guys, I'm sorry. What I want to check for is leaking around that washer area and stuff, and I don't see any. I'm just going to put my hands around it just to make sure, and I have no leaking. Right now as well, there is no dripping from the shower, but we're gonna go ahead and give that another test. I'm gonna finish putting this together with the plate, and then we're gonna try it again. Hey guys, so here is the moment of truth. We're gonna turn on the valve and watch water come out, and then we're gonna turn it off and see what happens. So here we go. All right, so we have water, as you can see. Again, we have no leaks. I checked for that. Now, you will have regular runoff. It's off. You will have regular runoff. That is normal. But as you can see right now, it is slowing down to a trickle, and eventually it will stop. Okay, any water that's coming out is just water that's still left within the shower head. It was much worse than this before. But I can confidently say, although you're seeing water dripping, it's just excess water. That is normal. Right now the drip has stopped. Whoop, there goes probably the last one. Spoke too soon. But leaky shower head taken care of. Just got to go back. We're going to change out the front of the control arm, and we're going to go get a new plate.